The Power of Never Giving Up. Chapter 1. The Fall of Daniel Carter. Daniel Carter sat in his small, dimly lit apartment, staring at the eviction notice in his hands. The red stamp at the bottom read "Final Notice," a cruel reminder of how far he had fallen. Just 2 years ago, he had been a rising entrepreneur, the proud owner of a startup that was supposed to revolutionize the fitness industry. Investors had lined up, his social media was buzzing with excitement, and success seemed inevitable. But fate had other plans. A series of miscalculations, bad investments, and a betrayal by his business partner had led to bankruptcy. His dream had collapsed, leaving him with nothing but debt and shattered confidence. Friends who once praised him had disappeared. The world had moved on, and Daniel was left alone with his regrets. As he looked around his apartment, his heart pounded with frustration. He had given everything to his dream. Was this the end? He asked himself. But deep inside, a voice whispered, "Not yet." Chapter 2. Learning to Walk Again. Daniel knew he had two choices: give up or fight back. He decided to take one small step forward. With the little money he had left, he signed up for a free online business course. He devoured every lecture, making notes on what had gone wrong in his previous venture. He read books on resilience, leadership, and financial management. Slowly, the fire within him reignited. To make ends meet, he took up a job as a delivery driver. It wasn't glamorous, but it paid his bills. Every evening, after exhausting shifts, he worked on new business ideas, sketching out plans and learning from past mistakes. Failure wasn't going to define him. Chapter 3. The Idea That Changed Everything. One night, after a long shift, Daniel found himself at a late-night gym. As he watched people struggling with workouts, he noticed something. They weren't lacking motivation, they were lacking guidance. That's when the idea hit him. What if there was an AI-powered fitness app that worked as a personal coach, tailored to individual needs, tracking progress, and keeping people accountable? It was a bold idea, but Daniel felt something he hadn't in a long time: hope. Chapter 4. The Battle to Rebuild. Determined, Daniel poured everything into the project. He had no money for developers, so he spent nights learning coding himself. On weekends, he worked freelance jobs to save enough to hire a part-time programmer. His first attempt at launching the app was a disaster. Bugs, crashes, and poor marketing nearly crushed him. But unlike before, Daniel had learned from failure. Instead of quitting, he refined, tested, and relaunched. He reached out to fitness influencers, offering them free access in exchange for reviews. Slowly, word spread. People loved the personalized approach, and within months, downloads soared. But just when success seemed near, another obstacle appeared. His competitors noticed him. Chapter 5. Facing the Giants. A major fitness company tried to crush Daniel's business. They released a similar app with better funding and aggressive marketing. Overnight, Daniel's downloads plummeted. The doubt crept back. Was this another failure? Was he doomed to repeat his past? Then he remembered something. Success belongs to those who endure. Instead of panicking, he made his app better. He focused on what his competition lacked: real human connection. He introduced live coaching features and personal progress reports. He responded to every customer's feedback, making them feel heard, and it worked. People didn't just use his app, they loved it. The personalized touch set him apart. Soon, media outlets began covering his story. The man who rose from failure to build a fitness empire. Chapter 6. The Power of Never Giving Up. A year later, Daniel Carter stood on a stage, accepting an award for Most Innovative Fitness Startup of the Year. He looked at the crowd, investors, entrepreneurs, dreamers, all waiting to hear his speech. He smiled and said, "I failed. I lost everything. I hit rock bottom. But I learned that failure is not the end. It's the beginning. Success is built on resilience, on getting back up one more time than you fall. Never give up on yourself. because the greatest victories come after the hardest battles. As the audience erupted in applause, Daniel knew one thing for sure. He had risen from failure, and so could anyone who refused to give up. Final message: Daniel's story isn't just fiction. It reflects the journey of many real-life entrepreneurs, athletes, and dreamers who never gave up despite overwhelming odds. No matter how many times life knocks you down, rise again. Because the power of success lies in one simple truth: the only way to truly fail is to stop trying.